What's up everybody, it's your boy Drizzy with a J here coming at you live. This video is for new and returning players coming back to Black Desert Online. Whether you knew because you saw the game was out, you thought that John looked cool, or whether you thought that when you played it before it was a little too hard, we're just going to talk about that here today. So, let's go. So what we're going to go over first is making a new class. So essentially there's a bunch of different classes in the game. There's about 17 in total right now. There could be more on the way. We don't know yet. There haven't been any spoilers or any leaks or anything like that. But yeah, so essentially there's a bunch of different ones. There's a majority of them are melee based classes, while there's a few outliers, that being the witch, the wizard, the ranger, and the archer and the sorceress, if you kind of classify that. But it's a little bit different because she becomes melee in her awakened form. Every single class has two different parts to it, that being the awakened and the non-awakened. We're just gonna go ahead here and make a class. We're gonna go ahead and make a mystic, and yeah. So essentially, all we're gonna go over here is go ahead, take your time, pick what you want to pick. There's not really much to be like a rush here. It's not really all that deep. You're gonna be playing this class for a while, so make sure you put as much work into it as you want. Here we're gonna go ahead and just use the beauty album for demonstrative purposes, demonstrative purposes, but whatever. And yeah, so we'll meet you in the game, and we'll go over what to do next. Alright, I'm going to try to keep this kind of short here. So what we're going to be going over here is what you want to do after you create your character. So as a new player, what I'm going to suggest is for you to play through the story and come back for the next episode. No matter what you do here, if you're a new player or returning player and you don't have the story done, I really highly suggest doing that first, because you're going to be missing out on some crystal energy, contribution points, and gear that could just help you along the way instead of trying to grind with nothing. And yeah, that's what I really have to say about that. I really don't think that there's much else you really can say with that. You basically have to grind through that story. You're gonna want the inventory space. You're gonna want some of those items. You're gonna want, like, it'll just do you wonders to get you into like the ball rolling. But yeah, now that we've done that, let's continue. Alright, so to start here, you're going to be starting off in the Forest of Seclusion, or right outside the Western Guard camp. I would stay over there until about level 13, and this is just so you can get a feel of your class. You're just going to be grinding it up to that point so you can move on to the next point, and that's just how these points are going to keep going. Each of these points are going to be like that. So we're going to the next part, which is you're going to want to head over to Heidel and then go up to the quarry right next to it. It's a pretty nice little area. You're only going to be here for about 13 to 15, so about 2 levels. You could skip this and just go to the next area, which is what we're going into. I typically do skip that place. I go right to the plantation. When you go to the plantation, it's a really nice like cleanup. You're going to be from the plantation from 15 to 18 or 13 to 18 if you skip the previous location. It takes a while before you get to bigger level gaps. When you go from the plantation, go to the castle ruins. You're going to be from the castle ruins from 18 to 24, my bad. And that's about 6 levels. It's pretty nice. It's a nice circle rotation. You basically just go in a big circle. Nobody else really is ever going to be there. Just saying it like that. Next is the Bloody Monastery. It's about 6 more levels. It's a little further down. It's where you see in the video at right now. It's a pretty simple rotation. You basically clean up the top castle, you leave it, or you go back outside, you clean up outside, run back in the top castle. Boom. From the Bloody Monastery, you're gonna head to the Abandoned Lands. It's right outside of Calpheon. It's a nice level. You're going to be there for about 5 levels from 35 to 40. This is when your leveling will start to slow down tremendously. It'll take you a minute to get around 35 to 40. From here, you're going to be going up to Marmy's Cave Path. And the cave path isn't really that difficult. It's just hard to get down the rotation in the first place. It's a really nice leveling location. I remember I stayed there for a very long time when I went there, but it's a really nice leveling location. Next, you're gonna go to Catfish. Catfish is pretty nice. It's a very open space, but it's always busy, so you're not really going to want to stay there that long. From Catfish, you're gonna want to start heading to Helms, and now Helms is where you're gonna be from 50 to 56. Now, the reason this is so important is because what else you get at Helms. There's going to be a lot of people there because a lot of people go here around this level. It's going to be kind of difficult to kill Helms when you're not at the right AP too. But while you're at Helms, you'll also get this thing called the Azula set. And the Azula set is a nice set that gives you really good gear and like really good gear. It gives you it gives you all the accessories that you need. It'll give you your rings, your earrings, and your belt and your necklace. It's very good AP, DP, and accuracy. I really suggest getting this set. It is a very good set to start you off with, and this is what we're going to use to start you off as a new player or returning player. From this point onwards, that's all we're going to go over. So everything we talked about today is coming to a conclusion. We've gone over how to create a character, where to go from there, whether that is you're going to be going down the story mode path or whether that is you're going to be going down the path that is grinding. We've gone over exactly where you need to go to grind if you're going to be grinding the whole way through and through. We've gone over the most crucial set, one of the most crucial sets to get when you're starting off with it, which is the Azula set, and yeah, that's basically all you really need to know how to do to start the game off of. There's not really much more. Of course, there's a little bit of everything, but if you're not going, like, if you have the story mode done already, that core is already done. You don't have to worry about that. It's all about getting to that 56, getting to that wicked weapon, getting to that next stage of the game, and that's when you're gonna probably join a guild and whatnot after that point. But don't let me distract you guys. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you later. Peace.